listen, never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Getting on baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
All right, when someone throws a screwball, I want to talk to him. Brent Honeywell. All right, what do you got? Take me. I always enjoy our conversations.
Yeah.
And I'm going to enjoy this one. You tell me how you came up to throw a pitch that nobody throws anymore.
Well, my cousin threw it, and that pitch for the Dodgers, he was the first Cy Young Award winner out of the bullpen for the Dodgers. And, I can't answer why people stop throwing it. All I know is I could throw it. I've thrown it ever since I was a kid. My dad taught it to me. He learned it from Mike when he was at St. Leo. And both of those guys told me, they said, you're going to get the best out with this pitch in the world one day, period.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's just I think what scares people is the myth behind that it's a dangerous pitch to throw.
Yeah.
If you're going to look at baseball like that,
well, they say that about split-figure fastballs too, for a while. Not to that extent, because obviously, we talk about the Japanese pitchers start throwing it when they get out of the crib, but there's a hesitancy, or there had been a hesitancy here, it might mess you up. But the screwball going back, Fernando Valenzuela was when I was growing up.
Yeah. I think him and Mike talks about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you look around, and it's how can you say that it's a career killer or an arm killer when, injuries are an epidemic in this league.
Yeah. So you've thrown it for a while?
Oh yeah, I've thrown it ever since I was a junior in high school.
So I tried throwing it when I was playing wiffle ball.
Yeah. And
to explain it, I'm going to do a terrible job of explaining
That's
it.
okay. Go ahead. I'll help.
Oh, thank you. You basically say, forget everything that you just said, and now here's how it is. But it's just sort of the inversion of the arm more than anything. I mean, I know that it's the grip and everything, but it's the inversion of the arm. In other words, the way that you throw a curveball or a slider, it's turning your wrist the other way.
Yeah,
right?
You got the supinators and the pronators.
Yes.
The supinators are the ones that can hold the plate this way. Pronators are the one who throw it on the ground.
Okay.
It's technically how it is. So it's like this.
Yeah.
But, there's certain type of guys who can do stuff that way, and there's certain type of guys who can do things better than other guys, or whatever. But I try to make mine my own.
Yeah.
In a sense. I throw mine a little harder than they used to. And not saying that we throw a ton harder now than they did back then, because I'm not a believer. I think they chucked noise back then just like
the radar guns just didn't work.
Yeah. But I've kind of made it my own, and it's been pretty finicky with me for the last couple years, because I missed all the time.
Yeah.
And then I came back, and I didn't really have anything. I didn't have it really, last year I kind of felt a little naked out there when I was pitching. My stuff wasn't that crisp, wasn't that sharp. Every now and then it would be sharp, but it was I remember growing up, and I made sure my stuff was really, really good.
Including that pitch.
Including that pitch when I came out.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't what I wanted to be last year. And so I worked this year. It was the first time I really put myself back in the lab a little bit on my own.
Yeah.
And with a couple of my buddies down in Texas, and we kind of did it on our own. And, all three of us turned in some pretty good years. But
who was that?
Kyle Muller with the A's, and Chris Muller with, I think he pitched an indie ball this year, but he was an all-star.
Okay.
And, it's a big talk when we're down there, the screwball.
But so this is a thing, measurables, we measure all this stuff on TrackMan and everything else.
Sure.
Measure, since how many other guys throw this, first of all?
None in the big leagues.
Right, none in the big leagues.
You know,
so when you were talking about measuring it, right, it's a different sort of measurement. I mean, like we're measuring spin rate, we're measuring release, we're measuring flow motion camera.
Right.
It's not like every other pitch, including, by the way, a sweeper. Every
Right.
other pitch we can default to something else.
Right.
There's only one.
Right.
That's you. So how does it measure? Like,
well, I think you can measure anything you want to out of a pitcher's arm and a pitcher's slot because of what their stuff does. Like with those dots that pop up,
yeah,
it's like that's their stuff. So it's like, what does it grade out as? Like there's only one dot that guys that throw overhand have, and it's down there and it's mine.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So
yeah.
Probably the closest one is probably Devin.
Okay.
That's probably the closest one, Williams.
Yeah, because that's the action. With this, another thing people should understand, because again, they haven't seen it in a while, is that Screwball's action is almost like the action of a changeup a lot of times.
Sure.
Right?
So like with mine,
yeah,
I want to turn mine into a breaking ball.
Yeah. You have more spin. You have more spin to it than.
Well, he spins his better than mine.
Yeah.
But I get more top to bottom.
Okay.
And that's what I hunt is the top to bottom.
Okay. Have guys or coaches asked you about it? Like said,
it's
hey,
tough to teach.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to teach. I know there's one guy out there who can teach it though.
Who's that?
It's my dad.
All right, what's his name? We want to give him credit.
Brent Honeywell Jr.
All right, that's fair.
But
that makes sense since you're junior. Yeah.
He, I mean, I damn near learned from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
And Mike, and like, I went down when he was still with us. I went down, big misunderstood guy.
Yeah.
Very misunderstood.
Yeah.
But very, 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 very smart and out in front of his time, really ahead of his time.
Yeah.
In baseball, when he was playing, he was very, very, very far ahead of his time. You know?
Yeah.
And driveline, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong on this.
Yeah.
But driveline pulls some stuff from Mike Marshall, and a lot of the stuff that a lot of people do in today's game was done by Mike Marshall then.
How old were you when he taught you the pitch?
Probably. Well, my dad taught it to me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And then we would run it. We would go down to Florida. We would go to Florida and see him on our way in or out or both.
Yeah.
I did ask him to see a Cy Young Award one time. He told me he didn't know where he put it.
Are you kidding me?
No, but then
Really?
It was cool because I got to see it in Dodger Stadium.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, the hallway you walk into.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the last screwballer to get a save for the Dodgers since Mike did it.
All right.
Pretty sure.
Listen, you're for the Dodgers for any team.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's
Yeah.
It's a misunderstood pitch. You know, a lot of people like to highlight, it's just a big time changeup. It's a this, it's a that. And it's like, okay, it is what it is. I have a changeup too, and I whipped that thing out the other night, first time in 6 months. I ain't thrown it.
Did you really?
I ain't thrown it in 6 months, and I needed to throw it in the game, and I whipped it out.
Really?
Yeah.
First time in 6 months?
Yeah.
Wow. Why didn't you throw it in 6 months? You were saving it for that moment?
Yeah, saving it right there.
Oh, well, hey, listen, good stuff. Anytime we can do anything unique, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that it's good, even better.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, man.
I appreciate you.